everyone! Welcome back. My name is Sydney and this is Coffee and Books. So, since the last video I did, which was the Welcome to BookTube, This Is Who I Am video, been a little bit since I filmed that one, but life gets busy, it's the holiday season, Thanksgiving happens, and then Christmas happens, and it's just chaos, and then work's chaos, so here I am again. So thank you for coming and watching the channel, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So, as you can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be a TBR list for the readathon that I'm participating in for January, and it's the VSCO Girl Readathon. Now, I personally do not identify as a VSCO girl. I was like very taken away and aback by like, what are these girls doing? What are they saying? But I do love a choice Vine moment, and the IOOP, iconic. So I found out about this readathon through book Twitter by Olivia Reads a Latte. I'll link her down below. And she tweeted about it, and then I looked into it, and I was like, you know, even though I'm like not a VSCO girl, this just seems like a fun activity, and it's an entire month long, so it's not like I have to cram 27 books in 1 week. So I just thought it'd be fun and not as chaotic and pressure-filling as you know, shorter readathons can be for me. So just to go over the prompts for the VSCO Girl Readathon, the prompts are Hydro Flask, which you are to read either a hard-hitting contemporary or a 400-page book. Scrunchies, which you read a book with a gorgeous cover. An oversized t-shirt, and then that one is to read a book outside of your comfort zone. Then there's VSCO, which is a book that is loved by one of your favorites. That guys can be either a booktuber or a family member, a friend, whoever, I guess. Then there's and I butchered that. But that topic is just a random book. Then there's Polaroid, which is either reading nonfiction or a nostalgic book. Then there is Mario Badescu. Again, if I butchered that, I'm sorry. And that is a overhyped book. Then the next topic is Puka Shell, and for that it is the buddy book or the group book. And then the last topic is Stickers Galore, and then for that one you either read a manga or a graphic novel. So I already have my TBR. Some of the books that I'm going to read are either going to be library books or library audiobooks, and today being December 24th, I had no idea that the library is closed. I should have thought about that because it's owned by the county, so libraries should be closed on Christmas Eve, but whatever. So I haven't picked those up yet, but I will hopefully, with the magic editing skills, be placing them right here. Here's hoping. But just to go over the books that I physically have, and then hopefully I'll put in the corner for the books that I don't have, here is my TBR. So, like I said, the books that I have, most of them honestly are going to be physical books that I have, so I'm happy about that I don't have to take out a lot of library books, but I do have the Libby app, so a lot of the books that I can not find physically, I'll just listen to it audio. But to start, the first topic being Hydro Flask. That is one of the books that I don't have, and I will be reading a book that's 400 pages plus, and I would love to read The Diviners. So, The Diviners is a book that most of people on BookTube have heard about, and there's kind of like a debate whether it's like a historical fiction, a thriller, like mystery, like I don't know what to put it as, but I think I would probably put it as historical fiction because it's set in the 1920s. There's ghosts involved. There's like solving a murder because of your, you know, supernatural abilities, I think. Please don't quote me. But I hear so many good things about not only The Diviners, but the rest of the series that I really want to get started on it. So that'll be for my Hydro Flask topic. Now, the second book is Scrunchies, and the topic is gorgeous cover, and the book that I want to do for that one is Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. So sorry if I butcher some of these names, but I chose this Owl Crate edition of Winterwood for the scrunchies topic, and I also chose this book for this readathon because, again, finding out about this readathon through Olivia Reads a Latte. She also created a Buddy Reads a Latte, which is a buddy read group. I highly recommend doing it. This is one of the books for the January readathon or buddy read for her. So it's a gorgeous cover. I mean, not only the, you know, this part, but oh my God. When I saw this book, I physically gasped and I had to take a moment and be like, I own this. I own this beautiful book. So that is that one. The next book is the Oversized T-Shirts, which is another book that I don't have. And for it is a book outside of my comfort zone, and that book would be The Poppy War. So the reason why I put this as a outside of my comfort zone is because it's super duper high fantasy. And for me, just kind of getting back into the groove of reading for fun, I think super high fantasy where there's a whole lot coming at you and you gotta like focus on all the little details because that goes into it, really is outside of my comfort zone. It didn't used to be when I was younger, but I just think that starting with the Poppy War for this topic is a good choice. The next one is VSCO, and that is a book that is loved by my fave. And this is a recent fave of mine, and that is Boston Books. So the book that I chose, if you know who she is, I'll also link her channel down below. My choice for this topic was The Guinevere Deception. Oh, look at this. Another Owl Crate edition, and it's gorgeous. I love it, and it's just like silver shiny. And again, Boston Books is obsessed with The Guinevere Deception. I don't think I've heard her talk about any other book since she's read this, which I am so looking forward to reading this. And again, this is the second book for the Olivia Reads a Latte, Buddy Reads a Latte, Buddy Book Read. So sorry if I'm saying all this wrong, but I'm excited to read this one too. Now, the next book that is going to read is the and I oop category, which is the random book, which I'm going to try to listen on audio and also get the physical book of this, because I started a couple weeks back listening to this book, and I think it would be better to listen and read along to. And that book is a random book I picked, which was The Incendiaries. Now, I never really had an interest in this book or even knew this book was around until I watched Paperback Dreams, and you know, her and her sister talked about it, and I was like, you know what, that does sound like a pretty cool book. It has you know, cults and a boy falling in love with a girl and the girl feeling guilty about killing her mother, and you have to figure out like what's going on, and I just think it's interesting, and it's a pretty short read too, so yeah. And I realized that I've not talked about what Winterwood and Guinevere Deception are about. So, quick little recap. Guinevere Deception. Quick read. It's about Princess Guinevere coming to Camelot and has to marry King Arthur. She's a changeling. She has to save probably Arthur and the world. Who knows? But yeah, she has to keep him safe. So that's what that one book's about. And then Winterwood is also a fantasy thingy. So for Winterwood, quick recap. Be careful of the dark wood. Everything surrounding the woods is magical. Some even say it's cursed. So I think it's a dual timeline book, if I'm correct. I'm not. I'm so sorry. But quick recap. Now, the next book that we're going to do is for the Polaroid topic, and that one is a nonfiction or a nostalgic book. And this book that I chose is nostalgic for just me personally, and I've literally been trying to pick it up, I think for about a month now, and like I start it and then I stop it, and then I start and then I stop. So this gives me a reason to finish it again because I loved this book when I was younger, and that book is The Mysterious Benedict Society. So I probably read this book 5th grade or 6th grade, something like that. That was forever ago. But I read this a while ago and I loved it. I actually have The first 2 in the series. I don't think my mom ever bought me the rest of them when I was younger, but I recently found this book at my Books A Million, and it was only for $5, and it's like a 10th year anniversary, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. So I bought it, and now I have a reason to read it. So The Mysterious Benedict Society, if you all don't know what this book is about, it's really cool. And it starts off saying, are you a gifted child looking for special opportunities? And basically it's a ragtag group of friends that met each other because of this man, Mr. Benedict, and they have to solve puzzles and crimes and things like that. And it's basically like a newfound family kind of story, which was really meaningful for me when I was younger. So that'll be for the Polaroid topic. Now, the next book is the Mario Badescu, or Overhyped book. And the book that I chose for this is something that I've like heard mixed reviews on when it comes to BookTube and Book Twitter, I guess. So that book that I chose is So that book that I chose is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. Sorry if I said that wrong. Yeah, so this book is, I guess, a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It has good representation for cerebral palsy, things like that. But again, I've heard a lot of good and bad, and me recently starting the BookTube, obviously this book has been out when I started in August, but I think it was overhyped in the beginning of when people were thinking about it, because they're like, Beauty and the Beast retelling, like, oh my god, that sounds amazing, it's gonna be great, representation, things like that. And I still think I'm going to enjoy it, but yeah, I bought it, and it was again for $5, hardcover, like, I'm gonna read it. So, I'm excited. The next book that, the next category that I will be reading for is the Puka Shell topic, and that is the buddy read, and the book for that is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. So, for this book, I think it's a fake dating situation. Frank's, you know, in love with a white woman. He's Korean. His family doesn't approve. Then he has a Korean friend who's also in love with a white guy, and so they've agreed to fake date. And yeah, so we can only assume how that ends since I've not read this, but this is for the buddy read, and this is the gorgeous edition with the blue sprayed edges, and I think it's actually signed too. Yes, it's signed. So I also got it in Books A Million. It was great, and I love that store. But yeah, that is the buddy read, and I'm really excited about it. And the last category is the stickers galore, or the manga or graphic novel. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing manga, I don't know. Please, I'm so sorry. But the one that I chose for that is Heartstopper. Doo-doo-doo. So Alice Oseman just released the art cover for Heartstopper 3, and it's adorable, and she's so excited for it, and like she talks about how, you know, much her art has grown, and I love seeing an author so ecstatic just for like other people to read it and just experience what they experience. And I've heard nothing but amazing things about Heartstopper. So yeah, this is what I chose, and I'm really excited, and then hopefully I can pick that physically up in my library by January, or if not, I can probably pick it up sometime in the middle of January, because again, this is a month-long readathon, and I'm so excited not to feel so pressured to read, and feel like I didn't succeed, because I know that if I even get like 4 books, I'm golden, and I'm happy. So, again, this is the VSCO Girl Readathon. I will put all of the people who are in charge of this readathon down below, because I think it's fun, and I think everybody should know about them. I will also put Olivia Reads a Latte down below, because again, she's the reason why I even found out about this. And yeah, so thank you again for coming and watching my channel. I hope that we continue on seeing each other, and thank you again. Bye!